Hi everyone, it's Jenny with Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. We're on YouTube and Instagram at Joey143Jenny, and we're on Facebook at Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. Just a reminder, the and is an ampersand, so I thought I'd write it out for you. Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. There you go. That's on Facebook. We hope you'll hang out with us on Facebook too. All right, so I have some really exciting news to share with you. So Michelle over at the Junk Journal Studio has invited me to be on her design team. And so I could not be more excited. For one, to work with her and those amazing design team artists. But secondly, because I love her digitals. So I use her digitals quite a bit, and I'm just in love with them. So we're going to use some digitals of hers today as well. Okay, so what does it mean? So I'm just learning what it means to be on the design team, but to start out with, I will be making at least one project using Michelle's digitals each month. And when I do that, if it's one of those projects, in the title, I will put this: Design Team Project at the Junk Journal Studio. And then if you search that, you'll be able to see other projects that the design team is doing. So that's pretty exciting. I'm beside myself about the whole thing because it just gives me one more reason to work with the beautiful digitals. So I want to show you the digitals I'll work with today. And today what I'm doing is just a real simple collage project because I need some journal tags, and I'm also wanting to get a little bit started on Christmas. So here's what I did. I went and got from, of course, on Etsy, the Junk Journal Studio. I got the William Morris pattern in green, and there's all kinds of different, kits there, but I wanted to use the green one. This one comes with 30 pages, and it's called Set 1. Now, I didn't copy all the pages. I just copied the ones that I wanted to use, maybe in this project. And so you'll see let's flip how beautiful. I think I might have that backwards. Look at these. I love them. So I decided to go with green because, if I'm making a tag for garden or for really, an envelope or what have you, I can use kind of a muted. But also I thought, the green would go great for Christmas. So that's why I wanted to grab some of the green ones. Isn't that fun? They're all so fun. And like I said, I didn't even print all of them. I'm just showing you some of them that I did print to use today. So the other thing that I printed, let me set that aside here, are again, the Junk Journal Studio, and it is the red distress numbers, labels, tickets, tags, etc. And it's all things red. And then she has like all things pink, green, blue, whatever. So if you're doing something with a specific color, you're going to love this. Let's see. I can't remember how many pages this came with. There were so many. Again, I did not print them all. I've been fussy cutting them, and I haven't fussy cut all of them, but I did get some of them put in here. So here's some of the ones that are on there, and I think we're going to use these labels today too, and tickets and stamps and different things. Isn't that fun? Just tons of them. And like I said, I didn't even print all the pages, and I certainly didn't get all of them cut out. So that's another fun one too to have. There's one that is more of neutrals that, you know, you could print and it would go with just anything that you have. So awesome. Okay. And then this is a kit that I had from, it looks like I printed, or I purchased this November 2021. Again, the Junk Journal Studio. This is called the Huge 30-Page Printable Christmas Journal Kit. It's called the Huge Old-Fashioned Christmas 30-Page Digital. It's packed. I just reprinted a few things that I thought I might use, you know, just right away. You can see I've already started cutting on them. Just an old-fashioned Christmas, has all kinds of things. Postcards. There's some postcards. All kinds of images. This is not even a quarter of the digital. I just printed a few. I cut a little deer out of that one. Printed a few that I wanted to use. So I hope you'll go in and look. The Christmas ones that she has several kits, are just ginormous. Okay, let's put that over here. All right, let's get started. So what I did was I just took, I don't even know where I got this, but it's an Avon book, like advertisement or something. I don't know how old it is. I don't know where I got it. I just put it in my stash to use, you know, as paper to collage on. So what I did is earlier I just collaged this way, so that we would have some writing on the back of the cards. So I went ahead and did that already. And this was just scraps of coffee dyed things that I had. You know, there's sometimes when I coffee dye and edges don't work out or something, or it tears, and I'll put it in another little bucket, and then they're good for things like this. So that's what I did here. All right. So now what I want to do is, oh, one other thing I'm going to probably use, a couple other things. So I'm going to definitely use the greens. I'm going to get started with the greens. So I'm going to pull those over here. Put a few things to the side. Then I'm going to add some of this. I got this for $1 at a garage sale one time. And I'm going to open it this way so I don't hit the camera. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of this photograph paper. I just love it. It's really porous. It's not shiny. It's really matte. And yeah, so I'm going to use some of that in my collage. Let's see if I can get it tore out. A page, some of it tore out. Ah, not very good. Ugh, yuck. Let's do one more. Maybe this will be a little bit better. Maybe I should just leave some there. And this one, I have several of these. You know, you can find them at flea markets and garage sales and stuff. Most of the ones that I have and have found have been used, and they'll just rip out. I'm going to just set this down. And then they'll just rip out the pictures. You've probably seen that. And that's still okay, because we're going to put something on top of this anyways. You know, a little bit on top of it anyways. So I'm going to just sure that up. I say sure it up. It might be shore it up, but we're going to sure it up. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside. That's a different layer than the first layer. And then I did cut out some things. These are from a pattern book. Or I'm sorry, just a pattern. I could not, for the life of me, it was a Butterick. I couldn't find a date, a copyright, anything on this pattern or any of the things on the inside. And it looked like everything was still there. But I'm guessing 70s, because we wore these dresses at one time. This is out of one of the kits. Out of the kits. These things, then these are out of just a garden book of mine that had pictures, so I just cut those out, fussy cut them out. So that's going over here. All right, So we'll have probably 4 layers, and then 4 layers including the fussy, and then we'll have and then I'll just tuck them until I'm ready to use them, and then decide what else is going to go on them. So probably won't completely finish them today. I might finish 1 or 2 and put it on Facebook, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, so I wanted to measure this really quick because I know it's not 8.5 by 11. It is 8.25 by 10.5. Okay, so I think I'm going to go, I'm going to go ahead and do 3. When I cut them, I'm going to go, let's see, 3.5, 7. Yeah, I think I'm going to go 3 this way, 3 inches this way. That'll give me a little bit for a belly band. And then this way, I'm going to go 4, 3.5, 7. No, I'll go 3.5. Okay, so 3 and 3.5, 3 and 3.5, 3 by 3.5. Okay. All right, I think that's what's happening. Okay, so let's get going. I went ahead and cut them in half because on one of them, I'll probably do a little bit more Christmassy, and on one of them, I'll try to leave it a little bit more blandy to, you know, like to put those little girls on or flowers or whatever. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if I even remember that. So I want to go ahead and just get started tearing. So excited. And I love to collage, and as you may remember, I'm not super great at it. There are a lot of videos on collage, and there's a lot of people that are you know, really good at it, just somehow have an eye for it. I just love it because it's tearing and gluing, you know. So I'm just getting some shapes out, and then I'm gonna go ahead and use my Elmer's. This is my last one. Extra strength. I got these when I did that. What'd I do? A demonstration. I needed a bunch of them. So I, you know, got these instead of buying a bunch of Oohoo. And I really like these. You know, I mean, they're gooey when you get them on your fingers. I have a wet wipe handy. They're gooey when you get them on your fingers, but they do stick really nice. So, okay, what I'm going to do here is just kind of put these two somewhat together. I want to leave a little space to cut so I can cut them apart. Try to get it as straight as possible just here. Okay. Okay. Anyways, let's see let me see what the size is. So this is a 0.21. And I'm not sure what that means. Maybe, I don't know what that means. 8.2 grams? I don't know. 6 grams. Oh, okay. So this is 6 grams, and this is 8 something 2 grams. So this one's a little bit bigger, but this one is super cheap compared. And so for things like this, and I'm going to sew the tags anyways, the journal cards, the tags. I'm going to sew them anyways. And so I think this is going to work just fine. So I've been using it when I collage or do something that has a lot of glue, and it just works fine. So I may be getting some more. But out of that stock that I had purchased, this is it. I think I purchased like 18 or 12 or something like that. So I'm just randomly doing this because, it's not like I'm going to hang this up as one unit. So it doesn't matter if they're super close because, I'm going to cut them this way anyway. So, okay, that was a fun one. Okay. So, very exciting night last night. My grandson's first ever football game. And they won. And I don't know what it's called when this happens, but the other team was going for a touchdown. And this kid was running his heart out and was leaving everybody in his dust, really. And my grandson, who is the tallest one on the team and is an exceptional runner, he has the longest legs and just runs like nobody's business, was able to chase this kid down. And the kid was so far ahead, my grandson didn't actually tackle him, but he gave him a push, or whatever they call it in football. Shove, push, whatever. And so the kid, went down, and it saved the day from getting a touchdown, or, from that other team getting a touchdown. Anyways, it was a really good game. It was called I think the score was 24-6, if that's possible. I don't know. It sounds like that was what the score was. 24. I don't know how that's possible, but anyways, can you tell I don't know a whole lot about football? And, but we started getting lightning. And of course we're sitting on metal bleachers, so we're bailing off the bleachers pretty quickly. The whole parent group bailed and just stood on the grass, and they called it very quickly after that, like within a minute or two. And so it was pretty exciting. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, let's see. 3 by 3.5. Okay, so I think anything directional needs to come this way, because I'm going to cut it like this. Okay, I'll try to remember that. So I'm going to save this for a little bit. Put this behind for now. Anyways, we were just beside ourselves. He did such a good job. He played in, they wrote, there's so many kids, and it's their first game. So the coach is trying to figure out, skill and etc., and make sure everybody gets a chance to play and all of that. And so yeah, there were so many kids, but I was so amazed at how much time my grandson got in. And of course, I don't realize how much time everybody else is getting in, because I don't know these other children. And well, they're junior high, so I don't know if you call them, I call them children. They probably don't like that, but I actually call my grandchildren my babies. They'll always be my babies. So, but anyway, so these other children, I don't know who they are, so I don't know how often they're in. But there was this one boy on the team, and I don't know what position this is. The one that runs the ball. Oh boy, I need to figure all this out, because I want to go and be educated and be able to talk to my grandson about his game in a intellectual manner. So I need to figure it out. But this one kid He was one of the smaller, you know, in junior high, they're all sizes. They're all sizes. They've all hit that burst at different times. Well, anyways, this is one of the smallest kids. I would say he was probably about 5'3", maybe. That kid was so speedy, and he would get the ball and just move and bypass everybody and make touchdowns. Amazing. I mean, we were screaming. It was so exciting just to watch the passion of these young kids. You know, it's just so wonderful. So it was a late night. We didn't get home. I want to say it was after 10. That's late for us. So anyways, man, we had so much fun. At the university that Joey works at, they have a chess club. And so the chess club, let's do this. This will be fun. The chess club met, you know, yesterday after work, after classes and stuff. And Joey, you know, hangs out, went to that. And so then he came over after that, was able to get there just in time for our grandson's game. So that was exciting. Then Joey has a chance to mentor the kids at the university in the chess club. So that's fun too. That's beautiful. So pretty. So exciting day yesterday. Took my oldest granddaughter this morning to her orthodontist appointment. I'm just so thankful, grateful, and feel very blessed to be able to be retired and spend one-on-one time and with my grandchildren and be able to, you know, help out the family if needed, to take them places, take the kids places. I just love it. We get to catch up. You know, there's a lot that you can talk about in a short trip to the orthodontist. Or even when I used to pick my grandson up this summer, he's so into sports, you know, now he's in the football, but he went to basketball camp and football camp. And so picking him up was, you know, so fun because we got to catch up and talk every day. And I just love it. Just love it. All right. I got to pick up my speed. So this is so relaxing, you know. I think I'm going to do this one. If I don't get this done, I may do another video with the decorating part if I don't get it done in time. I chose these two kits, this green William Morris and the red labels and tickets and stamps and all of that. I chose those because, you know, if you are limited on funds where you can spend on digitals, you know, like me, I think what would go with more things. So I do a lot of, as you've seen nature type of things like gardening, and that looks a little white. Gardening and things like that. And so this green is going to go beautifully with that. And then also the red will go with, of course, Christmas. And it'll go with, you know, I love to do like bright summery things, like I did the strawberry journal and things like that. And we'll go with Valentine's. If I decide to do a patriotic, we'll go with that. You know, so it goes with so many things. And so those are things that I also consider when choosing a digital. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. I love how it's turning out. Trying to see where I want it here. Yeah, so fun times. Fun times. Oh, and then my littlest grandson stayed home with my oldest granddaughter last night for the game. She had homework, and, you know, he just didn't really need to be out that late, I guess. And so he stayed home and went to bed before we got home, I mean, before we left, is what I'm trying to say. And, but my youngest granddaughter went, and that was fun to watch her brother, you know. Okay, we'll save that. This is fun. They're such good cheerleaders for each other, my grandchildren. It's fun to you know, want people to succeed. I'm going to just trim that a little bit just so it's not so blunt. Yeah, it's fun to watch them cheer each other on because they're happy when the other one is successful and stuff. Anyway, so my daughter said he was so tired this morning, and I bet he was. You know, there was 2 games. They stand there, but, you know, the team supports both games, you know, standing there with their uniforms and stuff. And they're in full gear and helmets. Yesterday, they postponed the start of the game for a little bit because of the heat. You know, I mean, we're in 90-degree weather with at times 100. You know, the heat index is 100-ish. And those boys just standing there, not the ones even playing, just standing there watching. I don't know, there it is. We'll take their helmet off for a minute because they have to keep their helmets on. We'll take their helmet off, and they're just drenched. So they're hovering, you know, around the water bottles, squirting water in their mouth. You know, and I'm just like, oh, they must really love what they're doing. I'm not a fan of being uncomfortable, so instead of playing football, I'm crafting. But it's super fun to watch. That is for sure. For sure. There was one little guy that I guess, kind of got hit. And they had the other team had 3 kids with, I don't want to say injuries, but they were down for a while. So I don't know. I'd like to put that there, but I want something under here first. Look how fun this one is. I think I'm going to get this other one. Anyways, this one little guy, I hope these little guys aren't watching my videos, hearing me call them little guys, because I think they might not like that. This one student, I'm going to say that, he went down, and I really didn't see what happened, because it's all I can do to even find who has the ball. Like, I just don't know what's happening, really, most of the time. Anyways, he went down, and, you know, coach got around him, and then the medic came out, and you could see he was moving a little bit, and then all of a sudden he did not move. And that makes me nervous. Then he started moving his legs, and he got up. Of course, everybody clapped. We're so thankful, you know, that he was not going to stay down. Anyways, he got up, and seemed disoriented to me. He walked in the wrong direction, and then he kind of fumbled a little bit, and then you could tell the coach was kind of like, come on this way or something. I don't know what he was saying, but, you know, it looked like that's probably what he was doing. And I was just like, oh, that boy does not look good. But he ended up walking over to the bleachers, to where the team sits, and sat down. He sat down for the rest of the game. So, you know, I'm just hoping he was, you know, truly okay. I think I'm going to put that there, but I need something right here. I don't know, stuff like that. I don't know, you know. So I just hope he's okay today. I know at he was on the other team, but I know at my grandson's school today, those boys are all going to be like rock stars. They had such good games. And actually, the team that they beat, both teams, the A and B squad, or whatever you call them. I'm making that up. I don't know if they're squads. They did so good, and I feel like they are going to get a lot of accolades today. The classmates are going to be very happy about it. And then the other team, notoriously, is a tough team to beat. So that even made it, you know, a little sweeter. Yeah, so very exciting time. So I kind of think I want that here. I'm getting down to the nitty gritty here, trying to figure out where I'm putting stuff. Try to hurry so I can get that other started. Okay. I hope you're able to craft today. I'd love to know what you're working on. And don't forget, if you want, you can put a picture of whatever you're working on our Facebook page. We'd love to see it. I think I'd like a little bit more green here. So yeah, that's what's been going on. Lots of fun times. I'm very excited about using these digitals. As you can see, they go together so nicely. So I hope you'll get a chance to go on to Etsy and check out the Junk Journal Studio's these that I'm using, and the other ones that they have. I'll be doing some fall things for fall here soon, and I'll use digitals from the fall kit, and then of course I'll be using the Christmas. Okay, look at all these fun scraps I have. Let's see. I think I'm going to go with squares. We've been watching this show, American Test Kitchen. Do you all remember that? It used to be on, and maybe it still is on PBS. I used to watch it on PBS in the morning. I want to say in the mornings. Anyways, so it's on a station called Freevee or something like that. Freevee. It's like an app. I think it's a free app you can get on your TV. Anyways, American Test Kitchen competition. And I don't know what year it is. They're looking for the next host. You know, they can host the show. Anyways, we're really enjoying it. Joey and I like to watch cooking show or cooking competitions, as long as they're not really weird, like, you know, you have to use something that no one's ever heard of. We used to love to watch Chopped, but I haven't seen that in a while. I used to watch it with the grandkids, and my granddaughter was an ace at figuring out who was going to win. I mean, she just I don't know, she had some sixth sense about it. I'm going to take this. I've got a little bit of glue here that's okay. All right, I just want to double check. So I have this area here and this area here. I don't want too many littles down because I'm going to put some other little things down, so I don't want too many other little things. Oh, and I've got this whole section here too. Okay. Ah. Okay. And now this one. I use a scrap. So one just a little bit longer, and then I don't have to. Nope. They're all about the same. All about the same. Okay, that's all right. We'll just get this down. And of course, some of this will be covered up with the next, layer of stuff that we do. I think it's the layers that makes it so fun. I mean, it's the collaging it all makes it fun too, but I think the layers also make it pretty fun. I don't want to use that bird because I might use another, bird or something. That might look good there. Well, I think we're going to have breakfast for dinner tonight. I do that every once in a while, and I'm craving it. Okay, did I get it? Sometimes I miss something when I'm... Oh, got a little spot right here. Little spot there. Okay. All right, now we'll move on to the next part. Okay, I think that turned out good. It's pretty. Let's get some of these out of the way. Aren't these gorgeous? I mean, just flipping through them, just so pretty. Love it. Can't hold on to them. Okay. All right. Get a little paper clip. All right, now let's see here. Close my drawer there. These little scraps out of the way. Because we're going to have new scraps. Okay, so I'm really taking up a bunch of time here. But first thing I want to do is I do want to cut this apart. Just because I want to, some of them I want it to be Christmas and some maybe not. So just in case. And we'll cut it apart again because I'm going to put another layer on. I think that's fine. I'll cinch it up with, or shore it up with the with my cutter later. Okay, so now I wanted to make them go, let's see, what did I say? 3.5. So 3.5 long. 1, 2, 3. Okay, wait, 3.5 long. So let's see. Does it go this way? 1, 2. Yeah, so I'm confusing myself. Okay, so I think, yeah, because what's going to happen is they're going to be like 1, 2, 1, 2, and a belly band. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe those will be pockets or something. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So we're going to put them like that. I'm going to slide it over. But first I'm going to take this and I want to make some squares and some rectangles. I'm just going to try to do them as, you could cut them, but I like to hear the tearing. I've seen people use the black, like this black, or you could get like black paper at the craft store, like Hobby Lobby or something. And I've seen them use it to actually collage, you know, on top of. And I think that's a fun idea too. I've never done that. Okay. Maybe these two can go together. I know I'm running long, and I'm gonna try to pick up speed with this one, and then we'll probably have to finish it in another video because I think we're almost at 50 minutes. So we'll do part A, part B. But I do want to show you what I'm going to do with these. Put those to the side. Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue these down, and they're going to be rough on some sides and square on others, and that's okay. And I am going to connect these again so that when we cut it, it will have, you know, parts of one, parts of another. Okay, we'll keep that secure like that. This process reminds me a little bit, I don't know why, but it reminds me a little bit of houndstooth, you know, when you have that clothing. It's a houndstooth. This part goes fairly quick. Got a little bit of glue there. But that's okay because we're going to put, you know, something over it too. You know how white highlights things? Well, I just think black makes things really pop. Okay. How are we doing on time? Oh boy, yikes. I'll finish this up and then we'll cut them, and then we'll be able to kind of get an idea of what they're going to look like. Oh darn it, I do want to do one more step before I cut them. So maybe we'll, after I get these on, maybe what I'll do is I'll do another video and do the next step. Uh-oh, that one's not going to be good. I gotta change my paper. That one I got glue on the front and the back, and that's not pretty on this black, even though it does dry fairly clear, you know, it gets a little gooey. All right, this will be the last one. Okay. I think it's the last one. One more. I think I'm going to cut it down a little bit. Okay. All right. I think that's it for this part. Now we'll do I'll come back in another video and we'll do the next part and hopefully get it done. At least cut apart and get another layer on and some more, and maybe make 2 tags. We'll see. So hopefully, might put one more down in here somewhere. Well, thanks everyone for hanging out with me and doing this really fun collage. And don't forget to look for the DTP at the Junk Journal Studio for design team projects. And thanks so much for hanging out with me. And I'll put all of this information in the drop down box too. And I'll see you in the next video. And don't forget, we pray blessings over you and you're so loved. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.